Well, welcome along to another Fishing Association head-to-head. We're live today from Summerhayes Fishery in Somerset, and we've got a blinding one for you today. Andy Power versus Sam Powell. The match kicks off at 10 o'clock, so we've just got a few minutes until we hear the all-in. Steve's just over there on Facebook Live, just letting you all know where to join us. You can get involved today, you can make some comments, we can see what you're putting live by the bank. Say good morning. Six-hour match today, 10 till 4. Hopefully the owners will be around shortly and they'll give us a little talk as well. We've got the M5, was it the M5 directly behind us. Hopefully you can't hear too much of that. But it's a cracking day. It's going to be a hot one. Give us a hello if you're watching. Make sure everything's working. If you haven't already done so, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. It's free, it will remain free. We've got another live match lined up for you tomorrow. We've got Alex Reynolds versus Jack Gill. And we will be live from Puddle Dock tomorrow. Next weekend we've got another live match for you, Craig Kent. I know everyone's been saying we need to get back up to Yorkshire, so we're going to be up there next weekend. Looks like everything's working. Morning Tyrone, all good. Spoffit, morning. A few more minutes until we kick off. Sam's drawn peg 4. We're on Longs Lake today here at Summerhayes. Sam's drawn peg 4 and Andy's drawn peg 13. So Andy's got 2 spare pegs to his left. Sam's got a spare peg either side. Every other peg. 40 swims, 19 have booked into today's open. So, morning Simon.
It doesn't matter if they often
Steve and Sean make it into the swim.
That's the first. Well, that's right, yeah. Well, good Mike.
Morning all. Yes, we are live.
Excellent.
Everything seems to be working. Nobody's whinging about the road, although we're literally right underneath it.
I'll phone Nate now while he's just about to set. Yeah, I thought I'd phone you while you're just about to get comfy and start watching us.
3 minutes till the all-in. As the anglers start getting themselves ready. Who's your money on? Don't know the venue well enough to tell you who's got the right peg, but Sam wasn't overly happy, and well, Andy's as calm as a cucumber. Very difficult to read.
Didn't say anything incriminating.
But as Steve said earlier, this is fishing. Anything can happen.
Yeah.
James Cook, morning guys. Got to say Power has the better peg.
Because I was busy learning and all that, but yeah, well, you know we're
Simon Spinks, hope it's more entertaining than yesterday. Wasn't the best of days yesterday, was it, Simon? It happens. It happens.
We've got a tracking view of it more to the point, do you know what I mean?
Morning, Steve.
Yeah, it's short, you know what I mean?
You haven't joined the Jolly Boys today then? I hear Martin's over there again.
Sport, innit? You never know what's going to happen.
So, as normal, Steve has a phone call right behind us.
Yeah,
He's not exactly quiet, our Steve, is he?
Well, he's not actually using the phone, he's just speaking to them directly. They're 150 mile away, he's got to speak loud.
When Steve makes a phone call, he just shouts. They're in the next county.
Are we live?
Yes.
Yeah, Dave there, he's watching.
Just going to have a little adjustment on Andy there.
Cast it. That's one thing I will say to you people. If you've only ever watched this on your phone, treat yourself to watching it on your smart TV on YouTube. It takes it to a different level. I didn't think really, but the definition, everything, especially when Andy starts emptying that margin later on,
Yeah.
and Sean gets some hot footage from where he's located at, well, we're just showing you on Facebook.
Yeah, we've got all 3 cameras are connected today for the first time. Well, we managed to get it going at Lindholm, but no, all 3 cameras.
So we catch any fish.
Yeah, we've got float cam today.
We'll be here 5 hours in, it's like the float ain't gone under. Oh, here we go.
Right, that's the all in.
Yeah, timer set, yeah.
Yeah, timer is on. Here we go.
Scoreboard active.
Scoreboard is active.
I tell you what, that's something I was thinking about coming in. The people looking for updates on this system and what have you, I bet you we could get interactive and get in touch with these people and say, is it possible to put up weights and stuff like that and estimates as well? Well, it is, isn't it? It's just whether they deem it necessary.
Yeah.
Everybody I'm speaking to is saying this technology is filming your kids, whatever, isn't it? You know, sporting events. It's got every Sean's pulling a boat, but you're just trying to get rid of your kids, aren't you, basically?
Well, I just wonder where you want to get arrested.
Yeah, right. Okay. Yeah. You're the one who turned up with sweets, mate. You're the one that had 2 packets of jelly babies in your pocket. Let's just get this clear.
Yeah, we passed out after eating them, didn't we?
Yeah, and he's got a dicky tummy, and he's given us the wrong jelly babies, hasn't he? I tell you what, I woke up this morning, my bum were a bit sore.
Did you? I didn't realise you were sitting in a room with Mike.
Let's not go down this road, lads, shall we? It's a bit too early and we're getting a bit too
We're off to a flyer today, aren't we? Off to a flyer.
Oh dear.
But anyway, some serious thoughts then, Mike. What do you got for? So Andy started, gone. I'll leave it with you with the technical stuff.
I don't think you can say I'm technical when it comes to fishing.
Well, if you want to get it off your chest early doors about your result yesterday, like, you feel free to do so, mate.
I'm not moaning about yesterday. I caught fish more than I did last Sunday. I did the wheel spin 2 hours in on the Maver qualifier last Sunday.
Mate, it's not your fault you're genetically inadequate, is it? Like,
Jeff Sparks, Sam's drawn tough peg. That's what he felt, mate, at the start.
Yeah.
He has already said that.
They said before they started that he's just told me, he said to Andy, if there's 3 pegs he didn't want to draw, he's bang in the middle of 3 of them. And cyanide straight, and that's my thoughts at it. Looking at it from an outsider looking in, it's a no contest.
When we got here this morning though, and the trees sort of shadowed that side of the lake, the fishery owner did say that they were fizzing up down there, didn't he? So you just don't know. This is fishing after all. So
yeah. And then we've heard other people say that he knows nothing.
Looks like Sam's gone.
Standard stuff.
Looks like Sam's gone across long to start with. Andy Powell started short down the middle of the track.
That tells you something, doesn't it? The fact that he fancies getting something that short straight away. No. It tells you that it's Andy Powell actually, that he knows the fishery.
Yeah, Andy's got 3 anglers to his left, so we can see what they're doing. No doubt he's going to keep an eye on them. He's already looking down that left margin. That looks good down there. We'll hopefully get you some float cam shots down there.
We haven't seen anything to mug, have we?
No, there's a few fish moving. They think the fishery owner says they've spawned, so a little bit warmer down south here. It's 4 hours from Cambridge as we travelled down last night. And the fishery owner said they'd already spawned over the last few days, so they hopefully should be on the munch. So yeah, we'll see what happens.
And there's a nice fish turned right over the point of the island opposite Andy that I've just seen.
Is that Sam in straight away?
And there's a fish just moved on his short line as well, isn't there? Hey.
So we've got Andy directly in front of us, and Sam is off in the distance to us. But
he's making a change already. He's one put in and he's off his box and got another top kit on.
Yeah. Sam's just
Do you think he's just showing off?
Sam's in.
Sam's just about to net his first fish.
Well, that's a good start. Then at least we're not going to go down the no fish route. No, I'm just saying there's a fish. Looked like a big fish moved off the point of Andy's island. and the fish, while he got turned round, has swirled on his short line. So there's obviously a few.
Fish number 1 for Sam.
The reason we can't see any muggers or any is because they're on the deck waiting for it, aren't they? Keen as you like.
Oh,
Champion at the bit.
Hopefully we've got a good contest today, as we always say. Yeah. If you're a fan of the Power, then obviously you're going to want to see him 20 fish in front. But from our unbiased point of view, sorry, we want to see.
People want to see him get his backside kicked. We're English, remember? Aren't we?
Yeah, that's true.
We like an underdog.
Yeah, our unbiased view is obviously we want to see a head-to-head, fish for fish. We want the excitement.
If you could pick a result now, what would you pick? What would you choose to happen? Now, I'll put you on the spot.
Well, just because Sam's already said he's not happy where he's fishing, and it's Andy Power and he's got room. Yeah, of course. I should imagine.
So you're going for, you'd like to see Sam nail Andy on the final fish.
Yeah, but that's what's exciting, isn't it? Wouldn't it be great if from an unfancied peg, Sam managed to keep up and just have that better stamp, or just have that one more? That's the excitement factor for me.
Wonder how much Andy will know about what's going on. I mean, because Sam can see him, can't he? But he won't be able to see him.
That's true.
It's point worth making, isn't it?
Yeah, Sam's got Andy in his sights at about 11 o'clock on the old clock.
That's not always a good thing, though, is it? Being able to see your opponent.
No, not sometimes. If you get distracted.
Honest with you, if I could fish like that old boy over there, I wouldn't worry too much about anything, to be fair. And I'm not sure he's going to. I don't know. What's going on inside, do you think? Do you think he'll ever show? Do you think he shows pressure? Or when you're that good, you're just
cool and calm, isn't he? No doubt both anglers are. And he's already given his edge a little feed.
Yeah.
See, I'd have ruined that already with a big pot. He's just fed it with a tiny cad pot. I should have bought a notepad. How to destroy your edge. Get involved, people.
Yeah, we ain't got a prize sorted out yet, have we, for the competition?
We've got a clicker.
Yeah, we've always got a clicker up for grabs. So chatting to the owner, he thinks if it fishes hard, you're looking at 70-80 pound. He says if it fishes well, it could be up to sort of 150. So we've seen a few fish launch out. There's some good sized fish in here. It's mainly, is it carp and F1s here? I didn't even know that. We should have checked out. But they'll be round to tell us all about the fishery shortly, I'm sure.
Well, prize wise, next week we're going to have a better prize, aren't we? Next week, now there's another fish moved off that point. There's some fish over there.
Well, Craig said he's going to donate the best prize we've ever seen, didn't he?
You beat me to it. Yeah, proper prize, he said.
Yeah.
He said, yeah, one that do the North East proud.
Yeah,
I believe.
That's something called in our minds.
What was you was drinking last night? Proper job.
Proper job.
So maybe it's just a pint of proper job. It's a proper prize, proper job.
I think it was something along the lines of a free lesson, 3 days fishing with him, 2 days for second, 3 days for third. What? Seriously?
Yeah, we'll see.
Well, and you get him and Sean Rogers, double bubble. But the thing is, that should be quite exciting with them two, because they're going to be winding each other up all week for a starter for 10. And there's going to be Craig's boys, and there's going to be Sean's boys, and Allegiance. But that, anyway, so we promised a proper prize next week. Also, I'm in talks with a friend of mine, and we're looking at putting up something else, something a bit more in place. We've got a product that we're going to start pushing to where my mate reckons he can teach you all to have your own business in air conditioning, etc. So we'll do more of that, but me and Tony are going to talk about that over the next few days, and pretty confident from after this week we'll have some serious prizes for you for the clicker competition. But today you're going to have to console yourself with a clicker for getting closest to the winner of the competition's weight, whether it be Andy or Sam. We'll have a clicker, I'll pay for these, Mike. We'll have a clicker for the second weight as well, yeah. So we'll have 2 clickers at least this week. We'll leave it at that for this one, shall we?
Well, David Schwinger's gone straight in there. He's gone morning, and his guess is 98.12. But David, you need to say who the winning angler is.
Yeah, but Dave.
Don't forget. Put the name of the winning angler and their weight.
What Dave knows about fishing, you can put on the back of a postage stamp next to what Pat North knows about fishing. To be fair.
Jamie Minter, Sam's known mug. He's always there or thereabouts. Yeah, we don't doubt that, sir. We're not writing him off. Certainly not.
Jay's got his match, and he's against Adam, and that's all booked in for Rookery, isn't it? It's on the 3rd, or is it next? Yeah, it's on the 3rd, I believe, something like that. We had a few results while I've been down there. John Alexander's through, and he's beat Graham Ramsdale yesterday at Partridge, I believe, where they fishing the Golden Reel or something, or a Maver.
Oh, it was a Golden Reel yesterday, wasn't it? Because that's the one that's about the only competition that John Alexander hasn't qualified for. So
he's a Man City, any of the fishing world.
David's gone for Andy as for the winning weight. Lee Hextall, £102 free to the power. Spoffit, £90 5 to the power. Aaron, Sam, 89.7.
Yeah, if he's good. Well, I'll tell you, I'm going to go early as well. Then.
Dave Target, £102 6 to the power.
I'm going £150.
I reckon it could be a good weight day, but we don't know the venue, so we'll see how they go. First blood drawn by Sam, one fish up already. Andy starting short, I think Sam's gone long.
Sam's got to be up against it, and the only thing he's got going for him is he's under a very little pressure, isn't he? Like,
he's not got the wind across him quite so much there. He's a bit more sheltered there as well, isn't he? Oh, I didn't realise we were next to a rail. Oh, I should have known we were next to a railway as well. Yeah, we crossed it.
Yeah, several times.
Yeah.
Last night,
yeah, Jamie's just confirmed his head-to-head is the 3rd at Rookery.
There you go.
So.
That wind blowing into the point over there, I'm fairly certain, that if Andy dropped something over off the point of that island, like he was setting up earlier, that'd go straight away. But he may be, I'm not going to start questioning Andy what he's doing. I'm sure he's aware of that. Perhaps just don't want it to go yet.
He's already having a quick look down his left-hand edge.
Why not?
Yeah. Simon says Andy, 85. Silvers.
He's got a spawning skimmer leaping out the water.
So we don't count silvers, just so everyone knows, unless they're a half decent size, and then we say 2 silvers equals 1 carp.
Did I hear at the draw?
So if he gets another one of them, we'll mark him down as 1.
Here at the draw, there's like 2, they're winnings for the carp match and for a silver match.
Yeah, so there's a silvers match going on at the same time, so I guess if you just solely want to fish for silvers, you can, which is obviously nice. It ain't just about the carp. So they've split the pot. Yeah, there's two first prizes today.
The biggest being getting in the next round of Super Cup.
Yeah, Simon's just, so we've got Jamie Minter at Rookery next Saturday, and we've also got Simon Spinks versus Max Owen next Saturday. I was going to fish. We could actually get the cameras out. There's enough going on there, isn't there?
It's nice and local.
I'm sure there's a few people want to see. I'm sure there's a few people who would like to see how Max gets on against
Simon.
Simon.
Well, we're all cheering Simon on, aren't we? No.
Young Max obviously.
What we could do is we could nip over there, have a tinker if we fancy it, and I do, and we could get them fishing, and we could get Simon. We could phone him up, send him a link, and see if we could bring him on live. Do a. Couldn't we, like, you know what I mean? Because we've got a facility here to bring on 5 guests with links to phones and all that, so you could actually be live with us from anywhere in the country. Is that what it is?
Hello!
Like, yeah, well, I mean, that'd be good if you could get remote guests in, couldn't it? Like, for all sorts of
Tyrone's gone £122 4 to the power. Jamie Cook said £70 to Andy Power. Keep them guesses coming in.
I think done early with 150, and there ain't that many fish in here, is there?
Well, like I said, what was the fishery owner's name? Pete, wasn't it? Yeah. He said if it fishes well, we could be looking at those kind of weights today. And obviously our 2 anglers are more than capable of putting something like that together. So,
but the fact that Andy's gone down the edge tells me that he expects his expectations are What depth has he got down there, Sean, in the edge? 2.5 foot?
Yeah, 2.5. 3 maybe.
A chap said that down there, so, you know,
Decent
dug
depth.
out. It's dug out. It's a really lovely looking lake, isn't it?
Do you know how he's watching? Go on the boys.
Who, John Harvey?
Yeah.
Morning, John. John's promised a surprise, by the way, when we go and film him and Mikey, and then maybe next round when we get all them Welsh lads on one lake together. He's already promised us a guru.
That's right. We've got 2 more weekends, and we'll be looking at the next draw.
Yeah.
So you've got 2 more weeks to fit this round in. And we've got 2 more lives after today, and then we'll have the live draw on the following Monday.
But keep an eye out for us, because we don't know everybody. If you see draws that we don't know who's who, we don't know who's who and who's what and the lakes and all that, but if you can provide us with a couple of good anglers that people want to see or whatever, and you know they're going to be able to fish it on a venue or whatever, if you can engineer it so that we can, you know, if you're a fishery owner, whatever, if you think there's something, we're down in the southwest today, we're prepared to travel.
Yes, we just see Sam put another fish in the net there.
We're on the M25 tomorrow, aren't we? We're on Puddle Dock Farm.
Yeah, just off the M25 tomorrow for Alex Reynolds, who's sponsored by Browning, and Jack Gill, who's sponsored peg number 1. So looking forward to that one also. But we've got a massive one today ahead of us here. 6-hour match today, 10 till 4. Andy Powell versus Sam Powell.
When did Sam just catch? What is it that he's actually called? Do we know?
Well, they're either small carp or F1s. Round about £1.5, £2, weren't they? Both of them.
Are there any F1s in here? Have we found that out?
No, we haven't yet, because I've been stood next to you talking.
We ain't done much homework, really, have we?
No, yet again, let the team down. We get to this position every day where we think, oh, we better.
No, he's in. That's a fish, isn't it?
Yeah, Andy's just. That looks like half decent fish.
Yeah, it does. The way it's plumping, eh?
Yeah. That weren't giving any ground when he went to tug on the old elastic there, was it?
Shooting off as it's hanging now.
Yeah. Unless he's caught a plastic bag. Was fighting back.
I suppose he's on.
He's got some light old elastic then. That's carp, isn't it?
Soft elastic, isn't it?
This is what we want to see though.
But
both anglers catching early.
What do you think he's on? Black Hydra?
Looks like.
I don't think so. You were being serious then.
Sarcastic.
Preston boy would be on Duraslip, wouldn't he? Something like that, wouldn't he?
I don't think.
It was Duracell.
I don't know if law they have to use
Purple Duracell.
Well, he's got some purpley bluey elastic in.
I bet he does that.
But,
why would he? Don't seem to handicap him too much, does it?
No.
Using Preston stuff.
Well, everyone makes that Duracell. It's the dog's nuts. I never used it myself, but.
Andy catching early down his left margin. Looks like Sam's fishing tight over. It's a snake lake. I think Andy can reach his far margin, but that's a good 16 metres. That's his full pole.
He's got it snared up a tree like that. Oh, it's fucked. Nope.
Needs to get off his box, doesn't it?
Oh, fuck his margin.
Oh, what?
Sorry.
Bit of technical terminology there, ladies and gentlemen, right? It's going to fuck
Technical
his
term in
margin
angling,
up.
yeah.
Clean up my language.
Yep, John just saying this is going to be a nice close match. Bear Grylls TV says £58 to Andy Power. Is that the actual Bear Grylls? I don't know. Jeff Sparks, Andy to win 88 to Sam's 46. Oh, he thinks it's going to be a low weight day maybe. What pegs they drawn? Says on there, sir. So pegs drawn. Andy's drawn peg 13 and Sam's drawn peg 4. Amazing footage as always. We've not got a bad setup today. Although Sam's looking a bit bright. I might have to whip round there and change some settings shortly.
Once I start catching some fish and Sean recovers.
Yeah, and when Sean's feeling up to it, we'll get float cam on the go.
Is Sam hooked on the other side?
I think
now?
Sam's hooked up on the other bank now as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just managed to
doing a good job of looking.
flick that one off. I don't know what the gardening rules are here. It doesn't look like you're allowed to garden, but I see a few anglers gone straight down their edge. Maybe it is one of them fisheries where you can literally go straight down there. Glad you're enjoying it. Two big names. Sam obviously sponsored by Matrix, and Andy long-term Preston.
Find the live feed, it's gone.
It's popped up on my phone. If you're struggling to make comments on the YouTube, there is a setting that you need to just activate that allows you to make comments, and you can make comments on our live feed. Few early fish. Looks as Andy got another little skimmer. He's nicked one carp off that left margin. There's just another little skimmer there as well. So we count 2 skimmers to 1 on the, just so that you're aware, if you guess the weight. We count 2 skimmers as 1 carp on the old tally. Fairly even Stevens at the minute. Sam's had 2, well, we think there's either small carp or some F1s, £1.5, £2 in size. Andy's had a carp or a small F1, or a large F1, sorry, and a small carp or a large F1 and a couple of skimmers. It's a glorious day down here. It's going to be a hot one. Fortunately, we're all set up in the shade. Sean's suffering with what might be heat stroke from yesterday. Float cam might be passed out cam shortly. So So we've got Census UK TV. Good luck to both anglers. Andy Powell to win with £117.6. Jeff Sparks, no F1s in longs. Ah, cool. Thank you very much, sir. So we're all carp here today. Carp and silvers. So we knew we'd get some local knowledge from somewhere. Lots going on. Andy now trying out on his long line. There was some drinks here, Steve. I'm going to
yeah, there's a bag full there.
I'm going to need a few of these. That is not lager, just in case you ask.
There's no F1s in longs.
Yeah. Just said that. Yeah. Steve watching on the delay. I swear Fanta used to be more refreshing than it is now, you know. It's a bit flat though.
Hashtag don't buy Fanta.
Oh.
Of course, if they was to give us a case of Fanta for our fridge, we could say nicer things. Yeah, Andy's gone over on that long pole. I reckon he's going to go clunk. There were fish over off that point, weren't there, straight away?
Yeah.
Well, there was a fish.
There's float cam there. It's just
some shit. I mean, some rubbish.
Sean will be roaming around with the 3rd camera today. Try and get you plenty of shots like that where we can see the floats.
Yeah, so I see Simon's mentioned about the air conditioning prize and that. Yeah, I'll put you right on that as well, Simon. Simon, that's what he does. I was only thinking that yesterday, actually. I'll have the free air conditioning.
I'll have free air conditioning.
The bloke who we were talking about might have even taught you your F-gas, Simon, I tell you, every chance.
So every now and again we'll take a little gamble, and
we're always looking for good quality air conditioning engineers as well, Simon, if you've come across anyone while you've been having a go. You know it's coming now, don't you?
Yeah.
Set it up. Yeah, if you know anybody.
Is that more than 16 metres?
I thought it was, yeah.
Because he's got 4 sections on the
Yeah.
end there,
Yeah.
so you might be allowed to fish a little bit.
I said straight, I thought it was at 17 metres.
It's the power straight into a fish over there, look.
Which is pretty much what I said would happen, wasn't it? I weren't saying I would catch one over there, I was saying he would. I wouldn't be over there at 17 metres. There'd be a little method feeder going in there, I think.
Yeah.
A little maggot feeder.
Cool. I fished at 16 yesterday and that was enough for me.
Yeah.
Lee Hextall. Is he just pinged out of that? Oh
Yeah.
no! Lee Hextall surprises me. None of these sponsored anglers can get the odd prizes sorted. Well, it's not the sponsored anglers that are down to sort the prizes, but it wouldn't be a bad idea if some of their sponsors wouldn't mind putting their hand in their pocket, would it?
Lee, mate, you'd think people would be jumping to do it, wouldn't you, like, you know what I mean? I think it's me.
We
I
just,
think it's me that's the problem. Hey, we'll have something sorted out, it's no big deal.
And he's just pulled out a fish, and Sam's just popped one in the net.
Is it going to be one of those days? I hope nobody's nicked me binoculars.
But Andy's gone over obviously, and he's had a bite straight away.
Yeah.
He's fishing over.
Sam's just had one.
Got to be careful. Got to try and keep an eye on everything. Make sure we haven't missed anything.
Yeah, get wrapped up watching Andy.
Simon says F-gas is easier than shallow fishing, Steve.
Well, it must be, because you know what I mean. You've got your I don't know how you passed. You must know somebody. Your dad's not an F-gas teacher, is he?
No, just going back to Lee's comment there, we are forever on the hunt for prizes. So no doubt as this thing builds a little bit and we start getting more viewers and people realise that we are actually getting a bit of a following, hopefully those prizes will get better. Until then we'll keep giving away clickers.
You get a lot of shout outs for your donated prizes as well.
And he's in again. That is the point, Simon, by the way, about F-gas, and that's the point we're going to be trying to make, and that's what Tony wants to make, that he can teach you how to do air conditioning on cars and all that, and it is relatively easy and anybody can do it, set up their own business, and there is a massive shortage of air conditioning engineers. Anyway, we'll get on to that hard sell another time, but that is the point, and so you've sort of made it quite well. It is easy, and there's going to be people out there, and it could turn into a nice little living for them, trust me. You won't be the first person that's been taught it and gone on and got your own little business, and it's might be easy to get a qualification, but then again you shine to the top after that. So what we got there, little carps, barely £2 if it is it?
Fish seem to be of similar stamp, don't they?
Yeah, that's not. It's Andy dropping it in though with his net, so we won't have a guideline there, will we, to size?
No.
Fish welfare's looking pretty. I suppose he's used to being on camera, probably had it pointed out more times.
Could be a fishery rule, Steve. That would have been an idea to have read the rules as well.
yeah, that would have been a bit of good homework. Maybe you do have to do that here. Maybe you should have to do it everywhere. Who knows?
Well, but people are getting called out on it more and more now.
Well, that's part of the thing about filming, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Was it Joe Carras? I think he made an apology at the start of one of his videos this week, and he just said, I was caught up in the moment and fishing hard against some good angler next to me, and he's come out and openly apologised. So, yeah.
Well, it's education, isn't it, with all these things. Again, the thing is, with the Marmite, the F30 competition that we got it up, which we haven't forgot about, the fish welfare is going to be top of top of Jeff's priorities there, without a doubt. You know what I mean? The whole thing is going to, and that'll probably that'll go out as a sort of flagship to what we're looking to do, and maybe that'll set the standards in the future within the sport in general, because a bit of unity and uniformity more than anything is something we certainly require. A bit of regulation. It's easy enough to keep passing the buck over to the fisheries, isn't it? Like, but they could perhaps do with a bit of help as well, couldn't they? You know, if everybody was singing off the same hymn sheet with things like that, it'd make life easier, would it not?
Yeah.
Whether we all do more or all do less or whatever. But as long as everybody's doing the same thing and it's being regulated, people are gonna.
Fisher King there having an early shot there at the guess the weight, 47.12.
47.12
to Sam, he's saying. Low weight day maybe.
Well, he probably, we don't know, do we? We've never been here.
I know, it's a strange time, isn't it, as well? The fish just spawn, they might not be interested in feeding, you just don't know, do you? Yesterday we struggled where we come from, but then we struggle most weeks, don't we, Sean? So,
that's very true.
As Steve likes to point out to us, not the best of anglers, are we, Steve?
Be playing the humble card, well, really.
Have a little look at Andy's mud line over there.
A lot of indications.
Yeah, looks a bit undercut there, doesn't it? Probably getting in behind his float there. He's fishing at a long old distance to get to there.
He's in again anyway.
Yeah. If you're fishing, if you're on the bank and you want to say hello, let us know where you are, what you're doing. Lots of you know watching now on your side trays, which we appreciate.
Well, that's something we want to encourage with these lives. I know people ain't, a bit like when we were over at Floatfish Farm, again small carp, less than £2. We want to get it encouraged, so we're set up here, like we've got the marquee out, or the gazebos, and little welcome, make this the station, and people come and speak to us and get involved, maybe have a big screen in here, whatever. It is all going to happen, so we want to encourage. I know people are going to shy away from it and not necessarily want to start with, but once they start to feel comfortable, hopefully people will allude towards us and come and find us. Put in your 2 pennies worth. What am I drinking here? 0 sugar.
So both anglers have got 3 carp, but Andy's had 2 silvers as well, 2 bream, skimmers.
Well, here we go. Having spoken about that, we've just got a message here from Matthew Parsons, and he's got a message from Pete to come and help us with some commentary and what have you. So
better get back to Matthew.
Reply any time you like, mate. Yeah. Thank you very much, and hopefully we'll have Matthew Parsons here commenting on a couple of mates of his and letting a bit of information, and which is exactly what we're talking about. You guys know the fishery, you know. Yeah. We want people to get involved. The competition belongs to all of us essentially. Andy's in again, by the way.
Yeah. Sorry, Matthew. We're only just, if you're watching live, we're only just seeing your comment, because I don't know what's going on with the old Facebook Messenger, but I get the notification, but the message doesn't come through. And then 2 hours later it pops up. But yes, if you're in the area, Matthew, and you want to come join us, or anyone else for that, as long as you don't upset any anglers. We're not looking for 30 beard up, boozed up.
Yeah, you'd have to creep
rowdy bunch.
By, but as long as you creep by, and
as long as you have respect for everybody that's fishing,
code,
come and join us.
How you would if you were.
Yeah.
but you know, that's a little bit bigger, that one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Might go £2 that one, I think.
Another one in the net for Andy.
I don't know whether this is reflective of the stamp of fish, but we know somebody who will shortly, don't we?
I like this. I like this. Spoffit says, I have you on surround sound in my lorry.
As long as you're not touching yourself while you're listening to it.
If you're driving, sir, don't get distracted, please. Hopefully you're pulled up in a lay-by somewhere.
It sounds wicked, to be honest with you. What you're driving? Tell me it's a Scania.
Yeah, you was a lorry driver, Steve, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I certainly was.
back in the day.
Scania in the old day cab and all that. Surround sound TV. He's a proper trucker.
He's got surround sound in his cab. It's awesome.
Imagine he's watching the TV, but he's certainly listening.
It sounds like he's got his own wagon though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Of sorts, and that's always handy.
We're interested, guys, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Maybe you're in the strangest place ever. Somebody was watching from a beer tent the other day, weren't they? That was Simon as well, wasn't it? I can't remember.
No, he just takes the piss, mate. He's just trying to wind you up. He's one of them, and look at you, you're working and I'm not.
Yeah. Well, if you've missed it, we're going to be live again tomorrow. We're going to Puddle Dock Farm tomorrow, and we're going to be filming.
And we're going to be right next
Alex
to the
Reynolds.
M25 tomorrow. You realise that, don't you?
It's going to be louder than this.
Yeah.
Alex Reynolds versus Jack Gill in their head-to-head tomorrow at Puddle Dock Farm. So,
yeah. So here at Motorway Fishing. Hey.
Yeah.
Anywhere on the network. One thing about being next to a motorway, though, is
good signal.
Get a good signal.
We think.
Well, Zach was on about his bloke wanting to go there, but he said it'd be no good next. But I bet he was talking about, does Zach fish at Puddle Dock? I bet he does, doesn't he?
Zach?
Oh, Brown.
Oh, I don't know.
You know, the bloke with 100 grand the other year.
Yeah, but he's south, isn't he? He don't come up to Puddle Dock, does he?
Well, yeah, I bet.
I don't know.
Unless there's another, there might be another one further round, but he was saying where his bloke, he said it'd be a bit noisy.
Yeah. Jeff Sparks, how close is next angler to Andy? So Andy's got a spare peg to his right, and then there's another angler on a bend, so sort of 45 degrees facing away from him. And then
he's not that far. He's literally less than 10 yards away from the bloke to his right, and he's on a bend.
And then he's got two spare pegs to his left, because then you've got a sort of internal bend.
Three.
He's got three spare pegs to his left. He's got a lot of room. Yeah. Sam's got a spare peg either side. There's 19 on the lake today, 40 pegs, so it's every other peg apart from this corner where we are with Andy.
Well, he's got the most room on the lake, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He's got the wind blowing down this end of the lake. He's got a lovely featured point that you can easily access fishing 17 metres a bowl, says the man who won't go past the target. But he's got one that's...
He's bending that flagship crest, isn't he?
Yes.
He's got a nice old sack in at 17 metres.
Cool.
It would have though, wouldn't it?
Simon's gone.
I think it's, you know.
Simon's gone topical. I was talking to an angler from down south last week, and a number of fishery owners are selling their fisheries to housing developments. More money, that's worrying. Cool, yeah, don't scare us, Simon. Well, we've had that, haven't we?
And they're going to fill them in and build houses on top.
Well, you know that, don't you? There was talk about filling decoy in, weren't there, at one point?
I used to fill it in every week, mate.
You used to fill it in with maggot, yeah.
Every Friday.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, if you're a fishery owner, what you want is Steve Dorks to come to your venue and buy loads of maggot off you.
Yeah, fill it in for you.
I'll have 8 gallons, please. I've never seen maggot out the water before, like, as a pile.
Yeah.
Do you since Steve Dorks fishing?
It's ever so simple. I assume fish have got the same psyche as me, and they're just pigs. And the more you put in, the more they're likely to have a go.
Yeah.
Try and keep it really simple.
Early doors then, 40 minutes into a 6-hour match. And he's just gone slightly in front.
He's got another little
and he's onto an
ant-sized skimmer.
Into another
not
fish.
What he wanted to see, really, is it?
No.
But fish in the net, no doubt. I wonder if he's tuned in, whether he's got anything on his phone, whether he knows anything that's going on at all.
Yeah, we keep having this discussion. That's obviously an advantage to know whether you're in front or behind, I think. So I don't know whether the lads are checking their phones.
But in fairness, Sam can see it, but all you can actually see is somebody's elastic coming out, and you you overplay what they got, don't you? And
that's why it's best not
a bit
to
negative.
You get yourself in a situation like that, can't you? Like you say, you see someone catching lots of fish, and you think,
prefer when I
miles
can't see
behind.
anybody, and I'm just on my own, pleasure fishing in a match.
They catch a small stamp, and all of a sudden you've had a few big fish, and you're right up there again. So yeah, you can be beat without even knowing it, can't you? Beat in your head anyway. Steve's just having to go and move the van. Plenty of time to get your guesses in for the guess of the weight. I think Steve said he's going to put a clicker up for first and second this week. So we need the name of the winning angler along with your weight, and then it'll be the closest, if not the correct guess, to that weight. Always on the hunt for other prizes though. Catchy Bait obviously putting up a gallon of casters for us, and brilliantly advertising their head-to-head. John Alexander and Artie Hilmy. Couldn't have asked them to undertake any more for us. With the banter and everything that they were kicking out on YouTube, on Facebook, leading up to their head-to-head. Matthew's just come back to us, says he's going to pop over in a couple of hours, and he's going to bring a prize from his sponsor, Census. What a gentleman.
First prize for the click competition today then. I'll start bigging up Census.
He'll be over in a couple of hours and I'll bring a prize from my sponsor, Census. What a gentleman. Awesome, sir. Well, we'll discuss that when you get here. Thank you very much if you're watching live, and we'll see you shortly. Right, we've had some comments. Hopefully we haven't missed any fish. I haven't been watching, sorry. Spoffit, he's got a... I'll wait until Steve comes back to tell Steve about your lorry, Spoffit.
Looks like a better fish, Mike.
Is that Andy into one?
Oh, that was cool.
No. Just letting that play out. We've got some more comments here. Brilliant viewing on my TV, especially being able to see Andy's PS float. Yeah, great to see how both anglers started their matches. Definitely softly rather than my usual blow your bag. That's me, that's what I just said, Chuck, actually. With I know.
Since last night, haven't
Oh, you left your lights on? Is that what you was being told? Right, now you're back. I can tell you about Spoffit's van. What is it? He has a MANP6, six-wheeler tipper.
A man, yeah.
MANP. Six-wheeler tipper towing road planer on a trailer on my way back from Stansted.
That one was hooked in the tail, by the way.
Oh, was it? Well, you still got it in. So
cab overhead with a reefer on and a Kenwood hauling hogs.
There we go. Steve knows.
What? Breaker 19. Convoy, can you remember that, Sean? CW McCall, wasn't it?
We're getting another prize, Steve.
Yeah.
Oh yes, yeah. Chuck's just guessed Andy Power, £108.12, and Nigel Fitzpatrick, regular commentator. Hello, sir. I believe we've definitely got Fitzpatrick anyway. Andy £58 to Sam's 42, so that's a low weight day from Nigel there.
Who's coming, Mike?
Yeah, sorry, just getting back to trying to do so much at once here. Matthew's come back to us and said he'll pop over in a couple of hours and he'll bring a prize from his sponsor, Census.
Oh, there you go then.
What a gentleman.
Sorted.
So
Guess you don't get if you don't ask.
First prize will be something from Census. Second prize,
Listen, it's me, innit? I don't like begging. I've got an attitude problem. I don't like asking for stuff because...
But it's not for us.
No, that's right. That's what you. But I
don't
know,
mind
but
asking.
it feels like it is. Do you know what I mean? It's just not. It's not part of my nature. You know. I'm just a very humble person.
These lives now get in excess of 4,000 views, which is brilliant. There'll be 1,000 of you tune in today to watch these, so that's awesome, guys. But like and subscribe. Like and subscribe, listen to the channel, follow us. This is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger, and obviously as we go through the rounds, the the anglers are going to obviously get. It's going to get more and more important, isn't it? It's going to get more and more exciting. Who's going to make it to that final? There's a lot more at stake.
I'll be there.
Early doors, obviously, if you're kicked out with 6 rounds to go, like me and Sean,
Yeah.
you know, the pressure's not there, is it? But as we get closer and closer to that final,
Jim's out now, isn't he?
Yeah, Jim's out. Your mate Jim.
Much air time, nowhere near enough, have we? To be fair, he's getting away with it, the old boy, isn't he?
Yeah.
We feel for him a bit.
Jeff Sparks says pegs 13, 12 and 11 and 10. So I'm guessing they're the favoured ones. So he said Andy will cream this. So we'll see. Early doors, 45 minutes in, 6-hour match.
Like I say, you can't, just how a place looks, but fish topping underneath it just looks more fishy, doesn't it? You know, there's a million options to go at. A million.
Certainly wouldn't want to be fishing at that length, would you, Steve?
No. It's making me back up just looking at it.
That wind's just dropped off. That was cutting across Andy slightly. I'm sure that would have been difficult to hold that at 17 metres with any wind on it at all. But it has just dropped flat calm in this corner now. You can see the Fishing Association flags on the split screen. They're not really moving.
Nicked a few fish from there, hasn't he? But then it's not going to be prolific, is it? Sure, we couldn't have placed them flags much worse if we'd have wanted to, could we?
Well, they're on screen, right? It's just the wind's blowing the wrong way.
They're not on the screen though, are they?
They're not on the float cam. Unless you want to run round on the island.
Yeah, no, they look good for me, mate. They look good to us. We get a full benefit. So you haven't got any phone, mate, honestly. You wouldn't have thought it was possible, would you?
Sam there just gone a little while without a fish, hasn't he? Unless we've missed something. You're pretty good at telling us. It looks like he's into one now, though. You're pretty good at telling us if we've missed something. We appreciate that, guys. We don't see everything here.
To actually see the flags, you'd have to put them like what?
Well, we can see the FA banners on the flags.
You see both of them? Maybe it's my phone.
Yeah, they're in shot.
Oh, you can on that one on hand. You can see. Oh, have you got it? Oh, yeah.
Which limits you put?
You get different pictures of yourself.
Yeah, you got the zoom in and the split screen.
It's not going to change our future. Now he's in again. It's not going to change our future, is it? Not having the flag sorted out because you've had a poorly tummy. Poorly head, like. Because you've been steaming into the local brew. What was it? Rocket fuel?
What was it? It was some sort of pear cider. Was it a Cornish pear cider you ate last night, wasn't it?
It was in a jerry
You reckon he could have
can,
run his lawnmower on it?
It was in a jerry can with a slight smell of petrol, hadn't it?
Run the lawnmower on that.
Like you said, welcome to Somerset.
Another carp there for Andy. Still early doors, but that gap now is starting to stretch. 7 fish to 4. Don't forget you can have as many guesses as you like for the Guess the Weight competition, but it will be your last guess that counts. That will be the one we go to. So if you get it cock
That
on,
really counts
and then
if you rock up with no information.
if you get it
right
cock on, then an hour later you change your mind. It's your last guess the weight that counts.
Yeah, we can't reiterate enough. Whatever happens, if we go live on Facebook as well next week, if we go live wherever, we should run it so that it's all the competition is based around YouTube. We need some form of adjudication that Mike looks at and he can see, and it has to be before the weigh-in and it has to be on the feed.
Gary John, hi. Jack Gill normally fishes in the east of England. I believe he lives Norwich way.
Yeah.
Yes, but the east region actually goes all the way down to Colchester, and actually I don't actually know if is Puddle Dock in the east region still.
It's on the M25, isn't it? Probably not. The east is Norfolk and Suffolk, isn't it? I mean, is it?
Yeah, but
Essex is it south?
as we've always said, if both anglers agree, you can have a punch up in the car park. So
somebody knows, don't they?
if they decide they want to go and fish, as we've always said, if you want to fish your head-to-head in the qualifier of another competition, you can, and we do. We have people do that. So
it's Norfolk, Suffolk, and Essex, isn't it? The east.
The east is quite a large region,
yeah,
actually.
I'm sure it covers the three counties, and if it covers Essex, I know it's Upminster, isn't it? Puddle Dock, which is my missus's neck of the woods, her crew, Romford, and all that area. Well, that's Essex, bordering on London.
Spoffit says he's got his head-to-head next week with Matty Pillay. Messingham Sands, looking forward to it. Good luck with your head-to-head. Lee Jackson, nice coverage, guys. Hopefully see you down at Rookery in the near future.
Who's that?
Lee Jackson, he's just took a guess of Andy at £128.6 for the win. So I think Sam's into a fish. It's a hot old day.
Yeah, we wouldn't want to not be under this gazebo, would we?
No, under the old gazebo. We're all set up here. Try and get all the equipment in the shade as well, so we don't get any technical errors. But it is a hot old day.
This time next week, I should be getting ready to go into Woodlands Carvery, won't I?
Early in the day from Carvery, wasn't it?
No, but I should be getting ready for it.
Another fish
But
there
I'm
for
talking
Sam.
about
Just
it
keeping
this time
tabs.
next week. I bet I'm mentioned it a lot sooner than this.
Still got the tomahawk steaks.
All of that, yeah. Well, the carvery, it's lovely, isn't it? The carvery, I love that. It's nice pies and all sorts of things. So yeah, we're looking forward to that at Woodlands, and we're going to be looking at a new lake. I'm keeping it all close to the chest, but so I think we're on Mallard. It's all been dug. Should be all right for coverage, line of sight coverage anyway.
So I can tell you, just as we're watching Andy Powers float, that Sam's just baited up his left edge down to the next platform. So he's thinking of coming in down his edge as well. Andy's already had a carp and a couple of silvers from his left edge. There are a few anglers that have gone down their edge early.
I think it's going to be a quiet middle period, as per usual.
Get that time of day, don't you? We're at 12, 1 o'clock, and things seem to go a bit flat, don't they?
And again, we just don't know the fishery. We don't know how heavily stocked it is, what its potential is.
No.
You know.
Well, it's a pretty fantastic looking fishery. When you can figure out how to get in it.
One of the bridges, you can't have anything taller than 5'6". What a job to walk under that. Oh,
It's just unusual, isn't it? It's like a maze of tunnels and stuff all around the M5. But it is beautiful around there. There's willow trees everywhere, aren't there?
Yeah. Some specimen lakes off to the side. 2 match lakes that I can see.
If I had to go sleep here in my chair in the sun, it wouldn't be no great trauma to me.
Just the white noise of the motorway behind us.
Is anybody complaining about it? It is what it is, isn't it?
Yeah, no one's complaining.
They close it at dinner time, don't they?
Is Andy into another fish?
Off again.
Oh, he's a foul at that, is he? Was stretching his old elastic a bit there.
He'll know about it tomorrow, won't he, if he has to keep going across there.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, guys. It's free and it will stay free. The bigger we can build this following, and like we say, the more people that watch, then hopefully we'll start attracting regular big prizes from sponsors, big names, tackle companies. Put their hands in their pockets and give back to the anglers.
Well, like I say as well, this is early doors. We're just tinkering at the moment with it. Like it's a lot of potential, the technology we got and the know-how. Once we get used to working it, there's so many more features that we can bring to this, and I've got no doubt it's the future. I've got no doubt whatsoever.
That's already unique, isn't it? It's different to what everyone else is doing.
We were told, you know, Peter told, you know, you listen to enough people and people know, don't they, what you need to do. There's some clever old cookies out there. And he said right from the start, we need to make it so that it's like dart, so we can have a scoreboard alongside people, so we can set it off, and that's exactly what this is doing, and that's what the appeal is. And you won't be able to keep away from it. It's compulsive viewing. You all love a bit of fishing anyway, and this makes it viewable.
Well, if you're stuck at home and you're not able to get behind your rods this weekend and you want to tune in, obviously it's there for you. So,
hey, I wish I was at home watching it.
You enjoy watching it, didn't you? People don't. Well, I suppose if you listen regularly, you'll realise he actually just sits behind watching it on his phone. He's got it live in front of him.
It's more to do. We're not really that fussed about yours and yours company. No, it's. Well, you know I like the comfort of my own home.
Hit that subscribe button, guys. Support us, and we'll keep bringing these to you.
And he's just penguin, hasn't he? He's keeping. See, he's fouled up that as well.
Yeah.
Look like it.
Something not quite right there. It's just whether they're not quite on the bottom or what. I don't know. He's foul hooked a couple over now. It's going to be frustrating.
You see, if you was on peg 15 that we're sat behind, that's exactly where you'd be catching as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because you can't put both in, can you, really?
No, I think that's why he said he leaves this. This one always gets left out that we're set up in.
Saying it's the best one, somebody does.
He said this corner one always gets left out to me earlier, because he said for that reason you can't.
Yeah, because it's. Yeah, it's not ergonomically friendly, is it, for pegs and how it's.
Yeah.
Where we're going tomorrow, that is, isn't it? There's like 100 pegs chucked on a postage stamp, and the way it zigzags and.
I'm looking forward to seeing tomorrow's fishery. I'm not getting away from what's happening right now, but yeah, it's 100 peg snake lake.
In a 10-yard, 10 by 10. No, it twists in on itself, doesn't it? It looks like they've used the land to the maximum to get as many pegs out of us.
Well, it looks like he's cut a twin lake, so it snakes round as a pair rather than.
It interlocks, doesn't it? Yeah. It's,
but it is one lake.
Yeah. again, should be a good signal, shouldn't it? Right next to the M25.
Well, right next to the M25 there in
Just to
London.
get over the noise of the M25.
Yeah. Morning, John. John's watching. John Alexander, catchy baits.
Is he?
Yeah.
He's through, and I see his post this
Well
morning.
done on your results, sir.
Beat Graham. He's had £90.
So I don't know whether
Was he 8th overall in the Golden Reel, and Art was 7th.
Andy Fowler looks like one.
Chris Weeder's through, and he beat Steve Uppenshaw in the week.
Yeah, that would have been a great one to film, but yeah, they had a midweeker and we couldn't get to that. This one's
But he's, yeah,
crikey.
like
This fish is desperate to get away. Don't know if he's foul hooked it. There's a lot of elastic out.
letting it have it, isn't he?
He's quick to ship back. He knows that those fish are desperately trying to get somewhere, aren't they? Whether there's a snag over there or something that he.
He's on an 0.55 up length.
Whether he's
Pro micron. No, I don't know what he's on, but he was virtually got his top kit in his hand, and the carp was still over the other side, weren't it?
God, this fish knows where it's going and what it's doing. Nearly went under his platform. I think it might be foul hooked.
Massive fish, isn't
Ah, he's just lost it right in the.
Just exactly what you need to do, isn't it? Play it to death.
It's 3 for
Does he
3.
look like he's got the ump? Does he look like distraught? Does he
No, he
look like
don't. He
I
looks cool as a cute. You'd have thrown everything in by now and gone home.
had a punch in the nearest person to him in blind then. Summerhayes Fishery, Somerset, near Bridgewater,
Yeah.
near the Boat and Anchor pub. Wouldn't it be good if we could get Andy on mic there? And how are you feeling about that, Andy? Oh, right.
I don't think it would go down too.
How cool can you, know what I mean?
Not seeing anybody up to fish shallow yet.
I suppose
Maybe
at least
that's,
he didn't loop. No,
No one's
thought,
pinging anything, are they?
No, I thought he'd be fishing long round to here in that wind and caster, yeah, fishing caster shallow. I did honestly, or something like that, which only really goes to reinforce what we already knew. Yeah, didn't know nothing. You're a very stupid boy.
Just turn this slightly, just to keep everything in the shade.
What do you want to?
It's going to move. If we, sure. All we'll do is just turn it slightly. Don't need to go too far.
Yeah, well, that's a portable gazebo
Just try
from
and keep all the equipment in the shade.
hashtag Gorilla Gazebos.
Free.
I don't even know what it means, mate. I don't know what it means, but if we get a phone call from Gorilla Gazebo saying we'd like to sponsor you for your clicking competition.
Yeah. Give him gazebo away as a prize.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, if we can get this up, get the prize up, it's a good little competition, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? It's a bit of fun, you know, and somebody can get the. What other competitions do you watch on TV and you can get interactively involved like that, where you're...
Oh, there isn't any other fishing competitions on TV.
But no, not just fishing, I'm talking any sport. Do you know what I mean? This lends itself very much to that, doesn't it? You know,
Yeah.
it's part of what we do as match anglers anyway, guessing and seeing and all of that. It's
I suppose the only
really exciting, I think.
I suppose the only thing that's interactive with other sports is gambling.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, yeah, and we can, and that. So that's where this leads to, doesn't it? Ultimately, you know what I mean? That, yeah, that's where people. Yeah, exactly right. But within the context of us doing something, it creates an interest just for that reason alone, doesn't it?
Yeah.
There's already people saying about can we, you know, running a book for Craig and Sean next week.
There's
The
Andy's
only
float
thing I'm
there.
running next week is running to the Woodlands Carvery for something to eat. Have I mentioned food again?
You quite often mention food, don't you?
Now and again.
Now and again.
You were devastated that we were. What was that food place?
Oh, yeah. Hashtag Miller and Carter.
You're devastated. He missed out on the Millers and Carters.
Anybody who's been, I bet Spinks has been to Miller and Carter. He'll know all about it. It's all right.
Oh, we're going to need some tea, aren't we?
Yes, we are. I said to Karen that we would eat.
En route, isn't it?
Yeah, because we ain't going to leave it till. Because it's going to be 9.
It's going to be 9 at the earliest.
You'd have thought, wouldn't you?
Pat North, morning all. Been on the shopping run, but I'm here now.
Morning, mate.
Listening to
Steve slagged me off.
Listening to your dulcet tones.
Yeah, I've already had one in about you not knowing a lot about fishing or cricket, mate. Got the Ashes coming up soon, boy. That'll be proper exciting.
Well, don't get him started on cricket, guys. I'll have to leave.
Put these Aussies in a box. Hey, back in the box. That's a nice fish. Better one.
Yeah,
Far bank.
There's some bigger fish been lunging out, hasn't there?
Lunging. Lunging. There ain't much spawning going on today, is there?
No, well, look, being a little bit further south, I think it might be all over, done and dusted here.
Thing is, when they spawn and that, generally they might be hungry, but they're going to be eating the eggs, aren't they?
A lot of natural food in there. Yeah.
It's double bubble, isn't it, when you eat the eggs? You get rid of the opposition for the future as well as take on board some really top quality protein. I reckon favoured bait for a large roach is a small roach, don't they? Would be its first choice every time.
Looks like...
That's it, catching on a single caster, isn't it? As often.
looks like Sam's into a fish.
Not a lot in it, however you look at it, is there?
No.
As it stands, there's a fish just moved down here off of the point of his
If it
and his where he's been feeding.
If it isn't a shallow venue, then it could all be down to the edges in the latter part of the match.
Which isn't unusual anyway, is it? But that's what it was last week with Jim when he lost out to Jimmy Brooks. I had a phone call well into the match that Jim was winning and it was all done and dusted and all this, that and the other. And then in the last half an hour, Jimmy's had £40 apparently, hasn't he?
Yeah, he must have.
Ended up with £120 to Jim's 98, and that's the thing with fishing, isn't it? You know,
it's always making the yeah. If it hasn't destroyed you by that last hour, it's making the most of it.
Jim had a lot of fish in his peg, I know, but again, often the case, isn't it? And foul looking them, and Jimmy's made the most of it. It's Jimmy Brooks at the end of the day, so no major shock there. We were all absolutely devastated for Jim, weren't we? Yeah. So sure you could feel it. I was disappointed. I genuinely was. Say, hand on heart, I was sad a little bit, but also a little bit happy at the same time.
I'm not reading cricket stuff out, Pat.
Yeah, what is it?
No, I'm not letting you read it either.
It's bad.
Yeah.
Cricket talk is bad.
They come in Kingsland 2 weeks today. I'm booked in for that, for Cam's match.
He's desperate to give us a lesson down at Kingsland, aren't you?
Hey, you're the beneficiary, mate. You know what I mean? You're the one that's going to walk away a better man for it.
Maybe that's the one we ought to film.
Yeah.
Masterclass by Steve Dawes.
Yeah. Well, you just can film me picking up the check at the end if you like. The prize.
He's lining himself up for an almighty fall here, isn't he?
Not really.
He's already got it won.
He didn't even need to go.
No.
just send it in the post.
It should be ideal, really. We're looking to get new people into the sport. If we can prove to them that a complete idiot can catch feet and all that, then it should be exactly.
Is that where you want us to go?
Yeah. This is who we trained earlier. This is what we've done.
Look at these pair of monkeys. Couldn't catch anything until I showed them how to fill it in with maggot.
I don't particularly want you filming me. That's my day off, really. That's when we go and have a.
It's not exactly how I want to spend my day, Steve.
What, Kingsland?
No, filming you.
Oh no, exactly. I'm glad. I'm so pleased. But in 3 weeks' time, I know what the conversation will be. We should have come and filmed you, shouldn't we? You was proper sucking up with some right big lumps there, weren't you? That would have made really good footage.
There's always a "we wish we had of" moment, isn't there?
Woulda, coulda, shoulda.
Yeah. Where were we? I think we were filming a head-to-head when Steve Freeman won the golden golden reel qualifier at Rookery, and he had an almighty day. That would have been a great one. 300 and something pound to have filmed. I think Ben Townsend was on 36, close behind him. And we were literally there the week before, or 2 weeks before that, filming, weren't we, in that exact spot. I think it was at the Billy Marlowe and Jamie Thompson match. We literally had the cameras in the exact spot that we needed to be. But yeah, obviously our aim is to get that good content out for everybody to be able to see. So there will always be that moment where you should have been 2 pegs round or on the next lake. But I'm sure we will get that moment as we move through the competition where we have a monster weight for you, and you can see exactly how they've done it.
The trouble is you can get transfixed, can't you? You start watching, well I can, you start watching and you get drawn into just watching mode rather than commentating on it.
Yeah.
Has he got a jigger on there, or is he fishing really shallow?
I think you're right. I think he might have a jigger on there. Let's have a little look at this. He's obviously found looking a few fish over here on.
Jigger, isn't it?
He's now going to try and fish shallow on the mud line.
No, it's not a jigger. It's just a little podding one.
Oh, is it?
Fishing shallow, yeah.
Just to see if he's any slurpers over there having a go at the bank there.
That's why you want to be on float cam.
I'm on float cam now. Be interested to see what.
Is that camera lined up?
Yeah.
Oh right, so people have seen this.
They're watching the float cam now. Yeah, you're watching. You're currently watching Andy.
While we're doing it, do we?
Currently watching Andy Power, how he's attacking that mud line on this peg. Pat North says you're good at Kingsland. That's why they call you Six Pegs.
6 pegs, yeah. He was talking about the other winter. McGregor was on about that. Oh, look at your pleasure fishing. It's crap. There's nobody here because there aren't no fish here. Got plenty of room. 6 pegs.
In joke.
I reckon I got whooped by Pat that day. That was a bad day, that was. But that just really goes to prove that anybody can actually beat anybody on any given day. That, doesn't it, Pat? Even you'll admit to that. Not.
Even the blinds still.
Andy just slapping that shallow rig, yeah.
Slapping that in from a height, and he just trying to make a bit of noise.
Yeah, not slapping, plopping. That's a better word. Just to see if he can tempt anything to snatch at that. Obviously gone in and have foul up 3 or 4 fish there, isn't he? So they must be up in the water. Had this yesterday though, fishing. They didn't want to be on the bottom.
They didn't want to be. Well,
Didn't want to be on the bottom when I was fishing
They
yesterday.
weren't feeding shallow where I was as well. I had a couple on pellet mag, but that was deep. I had to go deep to get them. They weren't even mugging properly. They didn't want to know.
Still plenty of time, but don't forget to get your guess the weights in. Looks like we've got somebody bringing us a nice prize from Census. Steve's guaranteed 2 clickers for 1st and 2nd place. Are you doing it for the winning weight and the losing weight, Steve? Or are you doing it for the 2 closest to the winning weight?
Well, are we using the Census prize today?
I don't know.
Because if we are, we don't need 2 clickers.
I don't know, he's already said it now.
Yeah, well,
Can't backtrack on it really, can you?
No, Then click into us.
Yeah.
We'll see what comes, shall we?
Yeah.
He might rock up with
Top
an 8-wheeler.
flagship pole.
Yes, we're assuming he's going to bring a bag of ground bait, aren't we? Do you know what I mean?
Well, he's half mentioned something, but I haven't said it on live, that's all. So
Oh, right, okay.
I'll,
Well, we'll see him when he gets there.
we'll wait till Matthew gets here and see what.
Anything will be greatly appreciated.
Yeah. Well, at the end of the day, we're just trying to give it out to our audience.
Any complaint, speak to the secretary.
Yeah. Not profiting from it, are we?
No, it's for the viewers.
Yeah. Giving back to those that invest in us. So hit that subscribe button. Help us out. Where are we on the old subscriptions? Let's try and set a. Over 14,000 individuals have tuned into the channel now since we started doing these lives. So thank you very much. Don't all tune in at once, obviously. Another 30 and we'll have 1,700 subscribers. So come on.
Get 30 today then.
Another 30 and we're up to 1,700 subscribers. Although 14,000 of you have tuned in. 14,000 individuals. So we just want to get that number up and up and up. I think I've said before, I think the algorithm for YouTube is as soon as you get to so many subscribers, they put you out that little bit wider audience. So the more of you that like and subscribe, the bigger this gets, and hey, yeah, the more opportunity we might get to get prizes from sponsors and bait companies and tackle companies and give back to you guys. So if you haven't already done so, if you've been watching and you haven't hit that subscribe button, give it a go. Hit that subscribe button for us.
What we want is like get the prize up so it's a Ford Transit.
Yeah, scale up the prizes.
Yeah, Ford Transit.
You know, Catchy Baits have already risen to the challenge and given us a gallon of caster. That one was won 2 weeks back.
I didn't say as and when and all that. Peter, he ain't keen at all. You're going to have to drag him to it and his missus. But Matthew's coming anyway. So, yeah.
So we got Ryan Forrest. It's a good match between these two, but I think Andy might win with about 125.
Who's that?
With Steve's £122. 125. Ryan Forrest says. Andy Powell, £125.
It was good when we went to float fish, weren't it? That was a good starter for 10, that was actually. Dale he gets it, doesn't he, Jack? You know what I mean? But that's what he's. This is a golden opportunity for fisheries to promote what they're doing, isn't it? You know, we're happy to push and show. And
well, if the owners don't want to come on camera, that's understandable. But we'll big the place up.
If they don't want to come on camera, then we'll just
tell us.
Let's whip round there and find out a bit about the fishery so that we can tell everyone about it, shall we? Because it was a fantastic looking fishery.
I'll drop in there when I get back from my carvery.
They do food here all day.
Do food.
Do food.
We thought you meant Sam, not Steve. Don't worry, Ryan. Mark Williams. Andy is £111.1. Sam £98.10. Good guess.
Andy skimmer.
So Andy's just gone back on the bottom and he's foul hooked another fish. He's just lost it again. So that far bank clearly frustrating him.
We were talking about what we were going to do for food in the evening, weren't we?
Yeah. Well,
we're going back to food, Steve. Yeah.
To Google where the nearest bloody place that you like is.
That would be
Miller and Carter. Yeah.
There was one near Coventry, wasn't there, on the way?
Yeah.
We're going to stop on the way home for food, though, aren't we?
When are you going to eat them? Not before we leave.
That's 4 hours without stopping.
We could do a break halfway through, Mike.
Yeah.
Sort our backs out, so it might be an idea to stop halfway.
That's true. It's rather comfortable, rather cosy in the
some fish and chips
in the transporter that we've all travelled down in.
We just want somewhere halfway.
Yeah, halfway.
Jake Bird, how far is Andy fishing out? More than 16, right? We believe so. I think he's got a 4th extension on his on his pole there, so I'm guessing he's at 17 metres. Can't tell you that for sure, but it's a long old way. Greg Wellesby, Sam, £88. So we're sat in front of Andy, but we can see Sam in the distance. We've obviously got the camera on him. I don't think we've missed anything. At the minute we're 7 fish to 6, but Andy's 7 fish is made up of 2 skimmers also. We count them 2 for 1. So 6 carp each, and Andy's had a couple of extra skimmers.
Nothing in it, could be anything, couldn't it?
It's a close match anyway. But Sam's just having a little look down his left-hand margin. He big potted that a little while ago. Lots of people, like as I've already said, lots of people are on the margin already, fishing their edges.
Guy to the left is just going out, fishing up towards us. Has he got one?
Yeah, if they're
fishing up to his right towards Andy. I don't know what it is, but
it's obviously an early edge venue. And he's obviously going to have to figure out that far margin. They're there, and he keeps foul hooking them. Sam having a good look down his left-hand edge. Tony Watling, how you doing, sir? Andy, £134 to Sam's 90.
is that old man Watling?
Yeah.
Hello, Tony, alright, mate?
Mark Williams, 4 hours without stopping at your age.
What?
It's just the time we've got to get home. Don't forget, I've not only got to get home, I've got to charge and change all this equipment ready for tomorrow, because we're going to be back on the road at God knows what time in the morning to get down to Puddle Dock. So
yeah. And in again, skimmer, do you think?
I don't know, it came towards him.
Maybe not.
He's pulling the elastic out now. If he stops foul looking these fish, he's going to build a commanding lead quite quickly. He's definitely fish there.
There's fish all round that bay. I've just seen 2 top to his right. Do you know what I mean? All round that bay.
Pinged off that one. I think that's 6 or 7 fish he's lost there. So
He's about as far away from fish as anybody on the lake, can he? Do you know what I mean? They can sit right over there, right there. There's a lot of room here, isn't there?
Yeah.
They can get out of the way. It's a bulk flyer, isn't it? It really is. He's drawn cock on, which is totally unnecessary, really, as a rule. What if of Andy?
Yeah.
He's like, not only is he drawn cock on, he's like placed his bloke where he wouldn't want to be as well, eh?
Yeah, if you're rubbish at fishing like me, I need a peg advantage.
This is the one.
If you're an angler of the stamp that Andy Power is, you don't need a peg advantage to win a match, do you?
At all, do you?
No.
In fact, all matches should be rovers, and they should let the worst angler pick first. Total handicap system.
A handicap system that allows the worst angler to pick first.
Yeah.
I like it, Steve.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I get to choose exactly where I want to go. After you and Sean, of course.
No, you'd be the last to pick because you're the best angler in the country.
Yeah. I don't mind picking last in a rover as well, that's not bad. Last or first you want. Last, when everybody's gone over to one side, you can go and sit on your own somewhere.
And we've got a nice tight match at the minute. 6 fish each. Andy's had a couple of silvers, so we've counted that as 7. A couple of skimmers. Mud line over just frustrating him slightly at the minute. I think he's lost 6 or 7 fish there now. He's tried shallow, hasn't had anything. There's definitely fish there. Yeah. Hour and a half in. We've got a 6-hour match today. We're fishing 10 till 4. We're on Long's Lake, Summerhayes Fishery. Sam Powell's drawn peg 4, Andy Powers drawn peg 13. Monaghan says, are they close enough to see each other? So Sam Powell can see Andy Power, but Andy's facing away from Sam. Whether I haven't actually seen Sam look up at all. Whether the anglers are watching or listening on their side trays, we're not sure. There's no rule that says you can't. I'd want to know if I was behind. But, Chris Weeder, he said that's solid, that mud line. It is solid, but he's struggling to get them. Just that awkward depth. So I haven't been counting, but I think he's foul look 6 or 7 on there. He's tried fishing shallow on it, and they've not had a look at it.
Can you flick it over onto float cam for Andy?
We'll just have a little look there at float cam there on Andy's swim on that mud line. Like we say, I think Andy's got an extra section on his pole there to take that to nearly 17 metres.
Yeah, that looks half decent on a big screen, doesn't it? Hey.
Yeah, with oh yeah, look at that.
You can sort of see the glare, but you can. That's what I say. When I was watching it the other day on the phone, it's like, yeah, okay, but you know, then I'll actually put it onto the TV. It's like, wow. Yeah. That was when you were doing.
That was the Stuart Bracey film.
Yeah,
if you haven't watched the Stuart Bracey film, catch it, because it was a great one. That wasn't a live, that was just something we did as a feature. Barely caught anything in the first 3 hours. And then went on to, was it £147 and finished second in the match. So just goes to show what can happen if you keep your cool. Keep your calm, stick with it. Mark Williams. With reference to a rover, how would you decide who is the worst angler? And who would be the brave one to tell them to draw first? Interesting conversation when you start pairing the pros. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'll have it, mate.
Maybe that's more for club match level than open level, maybe, I don't know. You do realise we talk a lot of nonsense, Mark, don't you?
It means Steve talks a lot of
Oh, no, Steve, I put myself in that category also.
Alright, let's try and get them rules fine down so everybody understands. I get to pick where I'm going, and all you lot just...
I think that's where Steve's comment was aimed.
Yeah. I think...
He wants to claim he's rubbish so he can go first. Pick the best peg on the lake and then win.
If you want to set up a bit of filming, I'm more than happy to participate, as long as I can edit it to the point where it makes me look awesome.
Yeah.
If that's possible.
I know what he's saying though. Yeah. You've got to go to somebody and say, you're rubbish, where do you want to fish?
No.
Although I'd expect that to be me most of the time.
Unless they're as humble as me and I don't care, I'll just take the peg and run. I don't mind how I win. I don't mind if I have to pay to put 5 gallon of maggots in and outscore everybody.
Yeah.
I would do anything for a win.
As we're gassing away there, and Sam's just brought it level. Looks like Andy's going to try and fish that shallow again.
See Sean over the other side of the lake, mooching about.
What's he up to? Where is he? If he's gone down the calf, I could do with another drink.
Yeah, but there's
Some more there.
There is one there, like, well, I will get some more. It's still relatively cool.
Thirsty. Thirsty work, this filming. Let's just show you what Andy's up to.
I say it's a really good shot on there.
I think it's meat he's tapping in. You'll probably come on now and tell me that meat's banned at this venue. I think it's meat he's tapping in, and then he's just plopping, not slapping, that was the better word, plopping. Plopping that shallow just to see if anything, tempt anything up to take it. Could probably do with some roots or grasses over there, just to get a few bits stuck and get much slurping amongst it. We only got a little 3-inch screen here that we're watching. If you're at home watching it on the big screen, you probably know more than we do.
Listen lads, ladies, trust me, I've been well and truly bitten by this bug. There'll be a fully functional TV studio here before you know it. I believe in this stuff. I've always believed in it, and now we've got an opportunity to be able to do it.
Don't know if he just spooked that fish or whether he had a bite there.
Going to turn into Rupert Murdoch, or is it Rupert Bear? As long as I get to wear check trousers, I don't care. Like I say, this time pick up the van next week. I'm going to head up to Jansen's and Woodlands and start to get testing, because we've got plenty of filming coming up, haven't we?
Yeah.
Plenty.
Lots planned, which is why you need to subscribe. Subscribe to the channel, and then you'll get a notification of when we do go live, and if you've missed something, it'll obviously appear on your feed on YouTube, and you'll be able to catch up at a later date. So I need 30 of you, if you've not already done so, to hit that subscribe button today, and we'll have 1,700 subscribed anglers to the channel. That'll be brilliant. Well, not necessarily anglers, I suppose.
Are you listening, John Arthur? Can you hear him? Every other word, it's subscribe, isn't it? I was talking with John the other day, John Arthur. He said if there's one criticism, he says, because he thought it was great the way it works and the banter and everything, he said if there's one criticism, it's that Mike says subscribe too many times.
Yeah.
I said, well, I'm glad he does, because I don't.
Strange that you need to tell somebody to do it for the action to happen, that's why.
Yeah, I know. and every film that I watch, Pete, I could say the same, but they've provided me with some good content, and you can always be critical, can't you?
Well,
and like I say, in the main, John wasn't critical.
Obviously, if we grow the channel, then we'll be able to offer more and do more for you. If the channel sits as it is and doesn't do much, and it makes no difference to anybody, then we're doing an awful lot of work for a small audience, as it were, and that isn't going to be we're not going to be able to maintain that long term. Maybe.
There's people that have got this on their list of things to do when they get home. I know people, it might be because they know us a little bit as well, but there's people that I know this is making their day, and it's something. It's like when I wake up and I know there's a cricket match on, there's an England, there's a bit of sport on, or Super Sunday as Mick King call it, like, you know, it just adds to your life, doesn't it? I know Cam's going to be fishing at Kingsland, and he's looking forward to going home. He's looking forward to going home and watching us tonight till he drops off to sleep, and watching us tomorrow night till he drops off to sleep when we come back from Puddle Up Farm. And why not? Why not?
Well,
it's very watchable. We all love a bit of fishing, and it's sport.
is that the first? I think that Is that the